Hey y'all, it's Mel. Welcome to this video. For those of y'all who don't know me, my name is Mel, and in this video I'm gonna be talking about why you worry so much about everything. Everything. You worry about everything. You get anxious, you start to dread the future, you worry about the past, and you struggle with really living in the present moment. If you're the type of person who overthinks, you can't shut your brain off no matter how hard you try. You overthink at night. You're just always worrying about something. If this is you and you have trouble figuring out how to stop worrying, they have different techniques that you can use if you overthink, if you have anxiety and things like that. So if you've been trying those techniques, or you have been trying to meditate, or you've been trying to explore different options that just don't work for you, I'm gonna tell you why that is, why nothing is working for you, why you continue to overthink even though you have seen a therapist for years, even though you lived out your past and your future didn't happen yet, but yet you still find yourself worrying. So when you excessively worry, okay, this has a deeper meaning. You probably heard of generalized anxiety disorder, where you just worry excessively, dread, or have a fear of the future, or you just always find yourself overthinking. But there's really something deeper that's going on in your body, that's going on in your brain. When you worry about everything, first of all, this is destroying your life. It's destroying your mental health. It's destroying your physical health. This is what's making you stress about the small stuff, making you feel drained, making it feel like you just can't be happy. This is why you are so overwhelmed and you're so tired all the time and you just have zero energy. Because on top of going through whatever you're dealing through in life and not knowing how to manage those stress levels and things like that, on top of that, you just worried about everything. Worrying about everything is legit a full-time job, because your mind is working overtime. So your mind now has to focus on the things that you do in your day-to-day life, on top of worrying about what happened to you years ago, or on top of worrying about what's going to happen in your future. When you are a chronic overthinker, you're a chronic worrier, it stops you from living a life that you actually can enjoy. It's crazy because I always think about this. When we are taught different things in school, we're taught how to manage in the corporate world and things like that, but they don't teach us about how to manage our emotions, how to cope with stress, or how to decrease stress, how to get rid of anxiety. They don't teach those things in school. So then when it comes time for you to be an adult and you're going through all this stuff in life, it's I'm not prepared for this. You living based off of all the things that happened to you in your past, and you worried about the future because of the things that happened to you in your past. So that's a lose-lose situation, because you're in your present now, and your present is paying for it because you're stuck in the past, or you are too busy worried about the future. So really living in the moment and staying in the moment, I know it's easier said than done, but your inability to live in the moment and your ability to live in the past and to dread the future is what's causing you this excessive worry. It's what's causing you to overthink everything, to have this fear of the future. And as long as you keep that fear, as long as you have that internal fear, you're going to be all over the place, and you're going to be overthinking everything. You're going to be dreading everything. You're going to be afraid to live your life. That fear that you have is because of some subconscious beliefs that you formed related to past traumas, the things that happened to you in your past. For instance, one of your parents wasn't around when you were younger, and now you find yourself afraid to put yourself out there, and now you have this fear, or you dread dating and opening up and letting people in. It's because you formed this subconscious belief that if you were to let somebody in, they would just leave you. So you have this fear of abandonment. You have these deep subconscious fears making you afraid to live your life. It's making you dread the future. But you need to know that you are the one who's in control of your future. The key to living a life that you actually enjoy, a life that you are proud of, that you don't have to pretend about, is really to learn to live in the present moment. The moment that you're in now. When you're worried about the past, that's the past and that's the future. When you're worried about the past and you're worried about the future, or you're dreading or fearing the future, you're taking away the moment. You're not living in the moment. Worrying about the past or worrying about the future is creating this reality for yourself that has those negative things that you worried about. I saw something that said that no amount of anxiety is going to change the outcome of a situation. But when you worry and when you do have that anxiety and when you're always stressed and focused on this negative thing that's happening in your life or that happened to you in the past, when you so focused on that, you're going to attract that. You worrying about everything and just being stressed out about everything is creating this negative future for you that's going to be filled with worry. It's going to be filled with stress. It's going to be filled with anxiety and dread because you're literally putting that out in the universe. So you're going to attract more of that. You're going to attract more of those negative emotions. And the more you worry, unfortunately, the more you stress, the more you have these fears, the more you're going to get of those feelings. Like, your mind loves what's familiar. So you worrying all the time and you being stressed out all the time over the smallest things, you staying stuck in the past or being afraid of the future is what your mind is used to. So the more you do this, the more familiar your mind gets with it. So your mind is getting real familiar with you being an excessive worrier and with you just worrying about everything, worrying about everyone except for yourself and except for that present moment that you're in. So when this happens and your mind becomes so used to that habit, it's like it's going to be real hard for you to get out of. Because, like I said, your mind really loves what's familiar. So you worried about everything is just ruining you. It's ruining your mind, and it's just keeping you frozen. It's keeping you frozen, stuck in the past, or dreading your future. But when you dread your future, that means you're still stuck in the past. Because when you dread your future, that's because of things that happened to you in the past. You're scared for those things that happen to you moving forward. So the more energy and attention that you give to your past, the more you're going to create of those same type of situations, unfortunately. And the harder it'll be for you to break out of that habit of excessively worrying and just chronically overthinking about everything. And it's crazy because if you are a chronic thinker, this damages your brain cells. Like, it decreases the activity within your brain because you release these stress hormones, and it kills your brain cells. Literally kills your brain cells. So you worrying all the time, being fearful of your future, it's killing your brain. It's killing your brain. It's literally killing your brain cells. The sooner you get out of that habit of excessively worrying, the sooner your brain cells can stop being damaged. Because this has an effect on you in the long run. So it's not just affecting you mentally, causing you to feel really bad about yourself, causing you that stress, that anxiety, and that depression, and that overwhelm, but it's killing your brain cells. It's affecting your health. If you in the situation and you don't know how to cope with this, you don't know how to get out of that, really that excessive worrying, that overthinking is a symptom of you staying stuck in the past, you living in the past, not dealing with your past situation, your past trauma, and you just burying that. So you have that past trauma, you have your past situations that you went through, all of that stays in your subconscious mind, and then you overthink about all those things, or you worry about if those things are going to happen to you again because you haven't faced them. You haven't done what you need to do to face those things so that you can actually overcome those things. So as long as they're still there laying in your subconscious mind, and you keep piling up that worry, that dread, that overthinking on top of that subconscious trauma that you already have, you're gonna build a mountain, and it's gonna be hard for you to get through that. It's gonna be hard for you to get through that, to actually kill the source of what's causing you to overthink and kill the source of what's causing you to worry. That's all I got for you. If you do excessively worry, you do overthink about everything and everyone, and it's just always something on your mind. You're always worried about the past, you're always worried about the future, and you just don't know how to live in the present. I'm going to be creating another video about how to stop living in the past, how to stop worrying about the future so you can actually live in the present moment, so you don't got to keep destroying your life, so you don't got to keep destroying your health. that sounds like something you might be interested in. Once that video releases, I'll post the link down below. But until then, if you're ready to like stop overthinking, if you're ready to turn your brain off, if you're ready to stop that overwhelm, that exhaustion, that anxiety, that stress and all that comes with you overthinking and worried about everything, and you're ready to get past that so you can actually start to like live, like really live freely and unrestricted by these things that are holding you back, I have a link below called Book Your Free Strategy Call here. Click that link and we can get you turning your brain off and to actually enjoying your life. Other than that, if you got any questions for me, as usual, comments or anything, drop a comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. You know what to do. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like these and for more tips about why you're so stressed and why you're so anxious and like why your quality of life is being negatively affected, and how to stress less, how to get over all those negative things that's holding you down, so you can really be happy, like genuinely be happy from the inside. So that's all I got for you. That's my little spiel. That's my little spiel. Hey, that's my little. But yeah, thank you for your time. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.